Good evening, YouTube. My name is Gabby, and today will be my part two of K-pop Demon Hunters. Small disclaimer, I love this movie. I love the characters. I love the character design. Personally, I love their outfits. I love how the colors don't clash. However, let's talk about it. Because the characters were so poorly developed. Rumi was such an interesting protagonist, and she could have been a lot better. If not for her only flaw being like she's insecure because she's a demon. That's her only flaw. Do you know how infuriating it is to watch a character be good at every single thing they do, and their one flaw is they're insecure about them being a demon? And worst of all, she doesn't really confide to her friends about this. She's forced to expose herself, like she's literally exposed, and her friends see it. That is how the reveal goes. It's not like, oh, I need to tell my friends. I feel like I should tell my friends. No, it's, I'm now exposed. Do you know how much that sucks? Because she never learned to trust them. She just now knows that they would have accepted her. And another thing, can we talk about how glamorized the K pop industry was in this movie? That made me particularly pissed. I get that this is a kids movie, but I feel like it could have been for teenagers to young adults. And because the concept was specifically something that I would have watched if it were a more complex movie, or better yet, a series, so that we could develop all these characters. Because let's be honest, if the movie was just Jinu and Rumi, it would be exactly the same. If we summed it up to these two, and the demon lord guy that I forgot the name, that I forgot the name. If we just summed it up to that, there's no difference in the plot. It's gonna be the same. And so I just think, why don't we see more of the Sasha boys? Why don't we see more into their backstory, how they could have been redeemable? Because so far, all we know is that Jinu's redeemable. And, well, isn't this convenient? Sorry, my hair. Anyway, all we see is that Jinu was able to redeem himself, and he died. So it doesn't even matter. It's like, and then they just go the whole movie like killing all the demons, and I just think, like, is there no redemption? Do we not give the demons a chance to redeem themselves? Yes, we see Rumi questioning, like, are you being tortured too? Is the demon lord torturing you too? I'm so sorry, I forgot his name. Someone put in the comments what his name is, because I genuinely forgot. But if we summed it up to Rumi and Jinu and the demon lord guy, the movie would be exactly the same. And let's be honest, the K-pop industry was so glamorized during this movie. We see men literally eating once a day and passing out during rehearsals, trying to maintain their figure, and they're still ridiculed for their looks. And if for the men it's bad, for the women it's a lot worse. Because the women are literally eating ice and crying because they can't eat anything other than ice. And and then we see the girls like hunt tricks, like coming out with bags of groceries. If this were real life, that would never happen. They would carry two bags, one with like fruits and vegetables that they're gonna eat raw, and another one, laxatives. That's what it would be like if this were the real life K-pop industry. And I love Bobby as a character. I loved him. I thought he was adorable. But that's not how a manager would actually react in any industry, let alone the K-pop industry where everything's just rougher. And then in general, I believe that the movie had so much potential and it could have been a lot better if it was a series. if we had time to develop each and every character, really create a backstory where some of them are redeemable, some of them aren't, and some of them can be redeemed, but they just don't want to, or those who shouldn't be able to be redeemed, but they truly want redemption. So, check out in the comments below which movie should I talk about next. And honestly, whoever's watching this video, I thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this. I know it's not always easy, but thank you very much. And next week, I'll be talking about Snow White, the live action movie. And boy, do I have a lot to say. Bye!